all finished the brainstorm now? Yep. Right, who was doing who? Were you doing who? Shall we stick all the who's up then? Who could possibly do it?
We've got a booking officer.
Yeah. Booking officer, that's a separate staff. Councillor? No.
Yeah, we said it would just be a mainstream admin thing, but then it kind of weren't very keen on that.
Councillors. Yeah. It might be the councillors, it might be the booking officer, the admin.
Well, that actually, I think we would want a distinction between the admin and the booking officer. It's not a specialist function.
Okay. So this is general admin.
Yeah.
Did you think about a volunteer doing it at all?
No.
Okay, should we have a volunteer up there?
Volunteers will come around.
At the moment, we're allowing everything. Rules of brainstorming. Everything goes at this stage, take it off later. Very important in brainstorming. So we've got a volunteer on there, even though we know it might not be a very good job for volunteers to do. Okay, what kind of relationship? Did you do that one as well, this paper?
We ask the client the best way, how they would like it.
You're going to ask them. So it's going to be by choice.
Yeah.
Okay, by their choice. Okay, any other kind of
So text, didn't we?
text? Okay.
Postcards, we got postcards.
Door.
Face to face, door knocking. You're brave then. Going out to the estate, are you? Postcards. Yeah. Door knocking.
We talked about phones and
Phone. Okay, that's in some of the, Bible reading that might go in. Phone and face to face. Should we have face to face? I don't know, that's door knocking. But it might be a different sort. It might be face to face when they see the counsellor, for example. Okay. Right. Just borrow this one, put face to face on it, just to satisfy me, because I know that's on the book.
I just said I missed an appointment.
Well, by the time they send somebody around, yes, they might do. Who's doing the where? Are you doing where?
Yeah.
What did you have for where?
We've got lots of at-homes. We said like a week before sending a letter home.
Letter to home 1 week before.
Yeah, and then reminding them the day before by the telephone and call to their house.
Yeah.
And a text message.
1 day before.
And then I think we thought that perhaps maybe through a key worker or a day service place or something like that might be attending.
That's the face to face one. Right. So we've got some wheres then. We've got when. You've done when on the same one. You've broken the post-it rule again. 1 week before, 1 day before. Oh dear, when? 1 week before. Can somebody write 1 day before for me?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Same day or whatever. Yep. You write the week before. What before? No, day before. Day before. You just say around.
Lots of repetition.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
Where and how often? How often? Constant.
So you ring them every day?
Lock them up!
Basically, we give them a diary at the start.
You got a diary?
Appointments.
Hey, listen everybody, diary up, let's give them a diary at the start with the appointments pre-written in it. Yep.
We phone them and we pinch text when somebody mentioned that. The day before.
Phone them, they pitch text for you lot.
At the session, we agree the next date and put it in the
Put it
diary.
in a diary.
The day after, we'd send them confirmation that they've done that, because they probably forget the diary. We send them a text as well.
They'll lose the diary.
Yeah. And when they fail, we'll call or visit on the day to say, where are you?
We do
followed the rules, I copied them all out again.
Oh, this for how often? Oh, the diary itself.
They all have a diary on their mobile phone.
They have a diary on their mobile phone.
Never been getting next or trade it, was it?
Yeah.
Who knows? That's how often they are for appointment. Okay, what else have you got there, Paul, that I need then? Have you got anything else there? Or
Just repetition for the...
just repetition?
Letter, phone, text.
Okay. Now, you've seen there's lots of repetition here, but by asking ourselves these questions, we've brought out an awful lot of ways that it could work. And remember, this is a process that we decided as an organisation we want to change, because it's not working. And so we've had this brainstorm. So we've decided that volunteer is not a good idea. You've got said over there. And maybe the councillors do have a role to play, but there's this idea of a booking officer or an admin person or whatever. So we'll put that over there. And the councillors maybe an extra one there. So we can start to join these things up, like this, so it becomes a tree. And then we've got what kind of relationship? Well, if it's face-to-face, text, postcards, so it's either you're there, text or phone you're not there, door knocking you're there, so it's face-to-face, and postcards you're not there. So we kind of group them into there and not there.
We don't have a postcard, do we?
Well, exactly. Do you
Not
want a
very
postcard?
confidential.
Not very confidential. Postcards are out. Okay? So either somebody's there, so it's face-to-face, or they're not there. We've got these phone text ideas. And then we've got where. I'll put a text message in there, that's a when. Where at home, we've got here. At home. But we've broken the rules, so there's more than one thing there. When we've got 1 week before, 1 day before, 1 day before. How often? Constant.
A diary is a constant reminder.
A diary is a constant reminder, that's true. The day after the appointment, the day before, the appointment is not working because we've got too many things on the post-it notes, but you're getting the idea. Basically, you can go through these and join them up, and we have by what means, a diary, a phone text, or whatever. I'm not going to bother to join that all up now because it'll give me a headache. But here's one I did earlier. Right? And you'll see we've got this more or less from doing that exercise. In this example, somebody said, well, either a caseworker of some sort or a volunteer will do it, and they got rid of the volunteer because they decided it wasn't appropriate. Then they decided, okay, that's the who. How? Either face-to-face or at a distance. And we've got that more or less. Where? If it's face-to-face, maybe they could see them the day before, maybe they forget. Maybe they do it from the office. If they did it from the office, a week before has been crossed out because somebody thought they would forget. In fact, I think the reinforcing would be good. You did it a week before and then the day before. When the calendar, so we've got a calendar doing the remembering here, when the calendar prompts. During office hours, when the client's likely to be awake. So lots of things there. Once per appointment, so decided in this process. You've decided twice per appointment. When they see the counsellor, they write it in the diary. Then they do it again just before. By what means they've got meet a drop-in session, that's the kind of when they meet the counsellor, which you've got. Email, they decided not everybody has email. Letter, postcard, not confidential. Telephone, yes. And you've gone a bit further and you've said, hang on a minute, mobile phone. Maybe it could be a text or mobile phone. But what I wanted to get across to you here is that this is how you might break down a process. If there was a process back at base that you really wanted to pull apart and say anything goes, let's decide how to do it right from scratch, you might use one of these. Okay, and come up with something that either joins up nicely like that or doesn't. You might have to move around the who, where, what, when, why to make it look beautiful. But by the end you'll have decided which is a good way through this maze. Something you'd like to try. So it's just a technique we suggest that you use at step 4 if you want to pick something apart. You wouldn't want to do that for every single initiative you're thinking of. Some of them will be obvious already, some of them will be simple, some of them will be working well, why mess around with it, some of them might not be working, and this is a good way for rethinking it. So that's step 4.